I think I'm gonna reset up the OBS system, so our Twitter and our Instagram, instead of like the logos being there, try to have it like a sports clicker at the bottom. I don't know if I can make it moving, but I could probably make it just at the bottom. Yeah. All right. Cool. No promoting either. We're just going bare bones. Yeah, that was another thing with the millions when they were just like, yo, you kind of got to promote yourself too. I was like, all right, then like, there's not much you guys are helping with. Our main issue is promotion. All right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we try, and I think we do the best of what we know how to do. All right. I don't know. I mean, they promote it on the website, I'm sure, but what? That's what I'm saying. No one's ever heard of millions. Yeah. All right, I'm tweeting this, and then I'm gonna put it on our Snapchat or my Snapchat, and then I'm ready to go. Glad you said that, because if we're not, because it's for some reason off, or not some reason. No, we're good now. I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I can hear.
Post it on Twitter. Shouldn't have been live already, but okay. I guess it just makes it easier to get the link. A lot of wasted time over here. I don't know how. Actually, I guess I'm gonna wait till the pod to say this.
Wish I waited a day to post the Flacco reel. More relevant yesterday.
Yeah, if we posted it last night or yesterday.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I say we do the same thing we did with the wise picks, and then we'll try to actually get some college corner in. You guys have a bowl game today, so
Okay. Yeah, we have our game. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get this started. Get started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
I am addicted to gambling, Chris. I don't know how I'm going to live without these apps. It's the first thing I have 3 of them lined up. They're in a nice folder.
Are you betting money that you don't have?
No. I don't have a problem.
Okay,
it's
then
just
you're fine.
No. Okay, it's not an addiction, but when this gets stripped away from me in 5 days, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
I can't believe that it's not legal down there. I guess like it's been legal up here for over a year now.
It was on the polls
too.
So normal. These stupid citizens in South Carolina are like,
"Oh, they voted against it."
No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I got I got ESPN, FanDuel, DraftKings all in a row, and this morning it was
missing out on some of them. I have like 7 of them.
Oh, I know there's more. I had BetMGM.
This I just used once for free play.
So I'm going to the Wizards game. Was Wednesday? Yeah, because we had to cut short for the last pod, and I look up what gambling apps are legal in DC, and it says BetMGM, and Caesar, but I didn't like actually read. I didn't read enough because BetMGM you can only bet in the MGM National Park,
right?
And so I deposit in $10 into MGM. I'm like, all right, I'll be able to get the Wizards in before tip off or whatever I wanted to do. I want to do first basket. And I go there and it's like, nope, you got to be in this one. And I was like, shit. So I just wasted $10 depositing into MGM.
Oh, you would have wasted $10 either way if you're gonna bet on the Wizards.
That's true. But
And it's legal in Maryland. You could just place a different bet.
well, I was already on the train in, and we passed the line. So all my other apps were freaking out because I was in DC. And I downloaded the wrong one because Caesars is all over the damn arena. I'm like, great. I can't bet on MGM, which is also legal here, but it's just only legal there in that area. But Caesars is all over the place, and I just wasted all my time. But anywho, I didn't get a bet in that night. I made $10.50 though. Deposit 10. I made $10.50. Positive 50 cents. Deleted the app. I withdrew it. I'm like, I'm never using that app again.
Nice. Yeah, I think I deleted BetMGM.
It stinks. There was no promotions. There was nothing.
Yeah, they can't compete with FanDuel and DraftKings, man.
When you give out promotions every day,
DraftKings has a no sweat parlay every day.
Yeah, every single day.
Every day. So I don't know how you compete with that. And FanDuel are like, there's always an odds boost or whatever. My FanDuel account keeps getting locked. So it's been too much of a pain to get back into it. It's like, all right, whatever.
But yeah, there's so many deals on there.
Just locked.
Before we get into the wise picks for the week, because we probably won't do a big NBA section today. Shout out LeBron. Happy birthday. Our king. Our glorious king. One day we'll come on this podcast. And when he's 45, we'll get him in 6 years.
He does his retirement tour and he hits every single podcast in America.
Well, and then he'll just make his own
China,
at the end.
Of course. Yeah, that's true.
The Taco Tuesday pod is going to
go. It is funny to be on Twitter and the LeBron stands on his birthday.
Oh, and before we get into wise picks, we're going to preview the Lions-Cowboys game because that's tonight. We don't want to put out wise picks that'll hit tonight. So, previewing that game, we'll get right into it.
Wise viewing party later.
Yes. We will be watching this together. So that'll be fun. What do we expect from this game? Do we expect the Cowboys defense to show up? Yeah, they're at home. I like them. I like the defense when they're at home. I think
Dallas is going to smoke them.
Dallas at home is just a different team. Completely different team.
Yeah, and I think the Lions coming off, like this is their second straight road game. They're coming off a pretty emotional game, which they won the division for the first time in, since George Washington. I think this is like a crash back down to earth week for them. Not even like they looked amazing last week or anything. They barely beat Nick Mullins.
Yeah, I think you're right though. The emotional highs.
That's my take.
Emotional highs of winning. They finally got Calvin Johnson to tweet at them now that they won the division.
And Eminem.
So all their fans are back. It's a perfect letdown spot. And these like Sunday night games kind of scare me for the Lions if it's against a good team. Prime time. It's almost like a playoff game. I don't see them winning a playoff game. And
not used to seeing them at night.
No,
it did beat the Chiefs week 1.
Yes. Yeah, they did.
It was like ages ago.
It feels like a different season. 21-20. Yeah, that feels like a completely different season. I think the Cowboys they get rolling. They've had a bad loss against the Bills and then a bad loss against the Dolphins. They got to get right. They want to still fight for the 1 seed and technically their division. So I think they take this win.
Yeah, they do. I love the 5.5 spread
for the Cowboys.
This is at least a touchdown game.
Yeah.
If we're not doing wise picks, but that's if you're listening in time, I would heavily recommend that.
Also, a Jack Fitzgerald special is David Montgomery anytime touchdown. He said it's hitting.
Okay.
So
what's Jared Goff to throw an interception a lock too?
Oh, that little parlay, 5.5.
Maybe even 2 of them.
Ooh. Yeah, I could see him
really
crumbling.
Greedy.
Yeah, I could see him crumbling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what about over 52?
Oh, he's almost even money for over half an interception. It's minus 125. That seems like a lock. Over 52?
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm so out on the Lions this week that I don't know if they're gonna put up that many points. Like I feel like the Cowboys defense has been waiting to get back home and just eat. So I don't dislike it, but I'm not gonna sign off on it.
No, yeah, I was gonna say either one of these teams could definitely score 40 though, at any time. So
Mhm.
I don't mind the 52 and a
Yeah.
half. All right, let's get into our wise picks. We're doing it the way we did it last week. If you were listening, we're going through all the games and then we're picking them all at the end. So bear with us. We're going through them all. First
It
game.
went 3-3 last week. So no, pretty small sample size. This
Yeah.
methodology.
Yeah. And so overall, all the picks we talked about, recap of last week, we went sorry, got a good old paper and pen. 1, 2,
7-4, I think.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 4. And Chris picked
Oh, what
three
happened?
wise pick losers.
What happened is we log on Wednesday and I pull up the wise pick spreadsheet and I go in and I mark all my picks wrong, and then there's these 3 picks just like floating above the official picks. I was like, these were the picks that I wrote down as we were running through the games that I might make official picks at the end. I look at them, I'm like, Chiefs under, okay, that hit. What else? Oh, that hit. Oh, that hit too. Nice. All of my floating picks were 3-0.
All of your official picks. Oh,
Technically, I was 3-3, but I'm not gonna complain. I made the official picks. It's on me.
Also, by the end of the week for
That was
wise
probably
picks,
really confusing if you're not looking at the spreadsheet, which nobody is obviously because it's not. We don't have it on the screen.
we have also we're completely tied. We're 24 and 22.
Yep.
Both of us. So this by the end of the year, we're gonna figure out a punishment between us. Something we're not gonna shave our eyebrows. We're not gonna mutilate ourselves. But we'll do something fun on the live stream. Maybe I'll like
pinky.
Maybe I'll like eat a pickle on the live stream or something. That sounds terrible to me.
Pickle.
I hate pickles. Sounds terrible to me.
Really? I like
Yeah.
pickles. I should have agreed to that on the spot.
All right. Well, yeah, but you'd have to do something else. That wouldn't be fair. You just eat it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. Anywho.
Like, oh man, I hate pickles. Worst.
All right. Let's just get into the picks. Dolphins at the Ravens. Game of the week. 1 o'clock. In Baltimore. It seems like this is normally like a week 1 game where the Dolphins get smacked when they used to be bad, but
different year.
MVP on the line for Lamar Jackson. He's got to have a good game this week to secure that MVP. Dolphins, they could win the division still. They need to win this game though.
I mean, yeah, the way you should say that is the Bills can win this division.
Yes,
still.
that's true. Yeah. And Miami
does
wants to hold on.
Then they actually might be in trouble. Then it's a winner take all in week 18.
Yeah. So huge game for Miami. Less of a big game for Baltimore. They're coming off a great victory against the 49ers. A victory where a game where I thought they were going to get smacked by the Niners, and they did the opposite. What do we see here?
I don't know. For me, this is just to sit back and enjoy this game without betting on it. Man. I've been thinking about this game a lot, and I have no idea. The Dolphins, I still don't trust. You know,
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens have been so good at home, but like if this is a close game, I still don't trust the Ravens to close it out, and I'd be shocked if it wasn't a close game. Like this is another one where it's like Ravens coming off a pretty emotional win. They do get to come back home, so there's a difference there. But still, like they were puffing their chest, like Lamar's gonna win MVP. I wouldn't be like super confident taking the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
a lot of
stay away.
points. I think over 46 is kind of low.
Yeah, I kind of like 46, especially like looking at the 52 line. Some other lines, I'm sure there'll be some higher lines later. 49 for Commanders, San Francisco. 48 for Cardinals, Eagles.
50-0.
I like 50-0. No, I do like the over for this game. I'm gonna write that down. Over 46 and
Yeah.
a half for it. Just to have one on the books already. All right. Bills, Pats. I'm already saying 14 is way too much. 14 is
It's
way
so
too
many
many points.
points.
This New England
It's
team
so many. I
has,
saw that earlier and I was like, wow, that's a
unless
lot of points.
unless it's a complete collapse by the offense, this New England team will never get blown out by 14 points just because the defense is that good.
Yeah. But it's
That
possible
yes, no,
that
that
there's a
being
complete
said,
collapse.
yes, that being said, Bailey Zappi can definitely shit down his leg. Um, they beat Buffalo in New England earlier. I don't.
I think
I mean,
this could be like a take out their anger game.
the Bills.
Guys beat us early in the season. People are still doubting us. Like, let's just hang 60 on them.
Yeah, but like this Belichick factor, he wants to play spoiler and he wants to. He hates the
Yeah, that's
Bills and
true.
especially all these division guys. Um, I I don't know. Like I didn't think they were gonna beat the Broncos, but I thought they were gonna keep it close, and they ended up beating the Broncos barely. 14 just too much. I see this being a closer game
It's a
than
lot of
that.
points.
Yeah, it's the highest spread this week, right? Yeah, that's just not
Yeah.
fair.
Well, 49ers Commanders is 13.5.
Oh, that's on 14 on FanDuel too.
Okay. That's also in Washington, whereas this game's in Buffalo.
Yeah, well, that's brutal. Yeah, I'm just taking. I like 14 and 14 for the Pats. I think it's a close game. I think the Bills do take it. They need it more. They're trying to win the division. They're trying to get right. I kind of like 40 and a half too. I don't mind that. But
Over?
yeah, I don't mind over 40 and a half. But I'm going to
Yeah.
write down 14. I'm not going to put a lock next to it, but I'm going to write it down.
Yeah, that one like jumps off the page and it's like 14 points in an NFL game. So many.
Not against this New England defense. That's
What?
I said not against this New England defense. It's way too many points for that New England defense.
Right, yeah, it's too many.
All right. Taylor Heineke is going to the Chicago Bears. Falcons, are they still in the playoffs? Or not in it, but are they in contention?
But they're in the hunt. Oh yeah.
So they need this game.
Yeah, big time. I gotta pull up the playoff machine as we get further into this. But
Oh yeah.
I can't believe the Bears are favorites again. Like, I know it worked against the Cardinals, but I just see this and it makes me mad.
The Falcons got me screwed last week too. So I picked against them, and you can't pick.
That was 2 weeks ago, right?
No, I picked the Colts. Oh well, I guess I didn't pick it wasn't a wise.
Yeah,
pick.
2 weeks.
I like the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these guys. This is another stay away. Like, I can't trust the Bears as favorites against like anybody. They're playing South River. I don't think I'd bet on the Bears as favorites.
Fouls could put
But I
numbers
also
on them.
never going to bet on this Atlanta team. Yeah. So I'm definitely staying away from it. This is like when
you have a gambling addiction if you
Griffin
bet on this
has
game.
yes, when the mice are fighting.
Yes.
I'm talking about. That's like this game. It's like, okay, you guys are both. The Bears are technically alive still. Atlanta's alive still. Like, who really cares?
Yeah, that's a bad game. Speaking of bad games, we saw this game 2 weeks ago. Texans, Titans. Tannehill starting.
Stroud's back though.
Stroud is back.
Okay, I completely forgot that Tannehill existed. And then last week I was like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
Ryan Tannehill's on the field. You should win comeback player of the year again.
Honestly. Comeback player of the year again.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Joe Flacco's eking out Hamlin.
I saw that.
Hamlin's got to record a stat, man.
So this was a take from Wyatt, who's a regular commenter, but he said now is the time to hammer DeMar Hamlin comeback player of the year. Because they're not going to not give it to him. He died.
Yeah, no, they
and then
have
he
to give it
wasn't
to him.
dead. Like that's the comeback, right?
Yeah,
So it's at minus 150. That's not my take, but it's a take that I like.
it's a good take. Um,
So instead of betting on the Texans Titans game, bet on that.
I think this is a complete stay. You gotta that's another one. Same dude, same with this Raiders. Like, I don't think you bet
Well,
either of those
we're getting
games.
to the point where like we have all these games where some teams like aren't playing for anything.
Hmm.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
How you analyze the Texans Titans game? 'Cause the
I
Texans
like because
haven't
like
been without, or they've been without Stroud the last few weeks. They're still in contention though. They're still in
they're in
contention for
contention
the
for the
division.
South. Yeah, they're in the contention for the South.
So, but I still don't think Tennessee's that bad.
No, and they won in overtime last time. So they won by 6, the Texans. Or did they win by 3?
Right. No, it was 3, I think. And that was with you know, this line feels too low. I don't know if it is. -4 at home. I don't know. Maybe Tannehill's got something in him. I could see him playing spoiler this week.
I think if anyone could do
I
it,
don't hate the.
it's Tannehill instead of like Levis.
Yeah, I don't hate the Titans spread this week.
All right, should I write it down for you?
No,
No.
I just don't hate it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I'll write it
All right. All right.
down. I'll write mine down too.
All right, and it's at Houston.
For yeah, that doesn't affect me.
Yeah, I don't think any Houston.
Some places where it's just like I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't think
Houston's one of them.
Yeah. Raiders at Colts. This Raiders team is like, how the hell are you supposed to?
Literally the
Yeah.
same situation. I guess the Raiders still have an outside shot at the playoffs.
But the Raiders haven't scored an offensive touchdown since the Chargers game. And then the week before, they also didn't score an offensive touchdown the week before.
The Chargers game, they scored 9 of them.
I know. So what the hell are you supposed to do?
They're the worst to deal with. If we're doing pure bounce backs, like if that's
The
just
Colts
ignore
need it,
everything
though.
else. Colts need to bounce back. Raiders
Yeah.
or beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. I think.
So if we just simplify it down to like, basically, if we throw out all emotion, right, and all like preconceived notions that we have about these teams for 16 weeks, because we don't really know anything, right?
I mean, we're pretty wise, but yeah.
We are pretty wise, but the people in Vegas are wiser. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
So, if you just stick to the game plan, this is a Colts pick, right?
Yeah, -3.5. Yeah, if you give me this 4 weeks ago, I'm taking Colts -3.5.
Yeah.
They scared me last week.
I don't want to overthink this one.
All right. I'm writing down.
I think it's a playoff team.
Okay. I like the Colts are a playoff team too.
This is my don't overthink it game of the week. Love that.
Cool. Colts -3.5, and I kind of like I'm gonna write down the over. 42.5.
I will never disagree with the Colts over.
After that
the
Browns
Raiders
game,
could literally put up 0. No, I don't know. Yeah, after the Browns game, that was electric.
All right.
So,
what?
We can do a playoff update when we get to the Jags game, because then we'll hit all those teams.
Okay.
I'd like to talk about the AFC South.
That's the first time that's ever been said on a podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
Rams at Giants. Rams are -6. Giants are starting Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, it's so low. Like the Giants. Ugh.
Tyrod's feisty, man.
Ugh, he is feisty.
He's a vet. I mean, he's been oh man.
They're so trash though. Like,
they are trash. I don't think we should overthink this. I think this should be a Rams -6.
Okay. Oh, wait, the Rams. Oh, Rams on a mini bye too. They played Thursday.
Yeah, and the Rams were up. They were up big against that Saints
Stafford
game.
needs that. Like they're old.
Yeah, he does need the mini bye. I can't believe out of all the old quarterbacks this year that didn't get injured. I mean, I guess he got injured for 1 week, but
He
the fact
did,
that
yeah.
Stafford's still kicking is shocking to me.
Yeah. I just want to say I was right about that.
You were dead. I was completely out on
I was
Stafford.
wrong about a lot of things this year, but I was right
The
on.
most things I was
And
wrong
I
on,
think I gave up on him too
the
halfway through the year.
the 2018 playoffs, those teams I was the most wrong about. Or 2019, I think. The Bucks, Rams, Packers, I was wrong on all 3.
Oh yeah.
I was completely wrong on all 3. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna write down Rams -6. I think the Giants are cooked. They don't want to win any games anymore. So
Tyrod is feisty.
I know.
But we kind of saw it like did we see it last week and then it's
But that was his
what's
game
skewing.
halfway through, which comes in. Like, remember that Bills
Right.
game? It ended up going to the wire. He was the quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but they weren't good on offense. That
No,
game was
that's
like
it.
13
No,
to
yeah,
10.
that's the thing. If the Rams can put up points, this can get out of hand quick.
Such a low bar.
I know.
Oh yeah, if they just put up a couple points, like it's
If
gonna be
they
a blowout.
if they score 2 touchdowns in the first, it's over. That -6 is locked in.
Yeah, right. If they get a quick lead.
Yeah. Yeah, then it's done. Then they'll just be able to run it with Kyrie Williams and just call it a game.
Yeah, right.
Basically, what we
Sure.
need is we need that Saints script from that Thursday night game. They get up big and then they just survive
Mhm.
for -6 at the end.
Yep.
All right. Washington Commanders, home. Chris Hagan will be in the building. +14.
How does that affect the spread?
Black Peyton Manning is there.
Maybe he's questionable.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's questionable. He has a hamstring injury.
It might be Howell.
If it's Howell, this should go up to
Which
+17.
it would be the funniest thing ever if Ron benches Howell and then
He's forced to play and then they win.
literally a day later, Jacoby Brissett gets hurt. He's forced to play Howell, and then he puts up like 350 yards and they beat the Otters. What's actually going to happen is he's going to go 7 for 30 with 3 interceptions, and I will be
Who's the
on
third?
the road at
Who's the
halftime.
third string?
I don't think we have one.
Oh boy.
Could be wrong about that. I don't think so.
You know what's funny? The
No,
Niners.
it's like a depth chart.
The Niners had Joe Flacco all year. Are they undefeated?
I know he turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing about yeah, they don't have a third string. Worried
nice.
about my fandom there. Somebody on the practice squad.
We can't do another 20-minute Joe Flacco discussion. I told my dad before we started the pod, I was like, the goal of the pod is not to spend 20 minutes on Joe Flacco. And he's like, it's such a great story though. And I was like, yeah, I know, but we've done it like
but
5
we've talked
times.
about it so
Yeah,
much.
I was like, we've done it like 5 times.
Yeah. I feel like we were like a little bit ahead of the curve there.
I would like to think we were too. We get ahead of the curve on some of these things, and we never get credit. Now I'll give us some credit on that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, all right. So the actual game, you're gonna be there. What's the weather looking like? What's the atmosphere looking like?
Looks good.
You excited to go?
I saw. Yeah, weather 48 and sunny.
There you
Can't
go.
complain about that. We're gonna get there early and tailgate. I got a new grill.
Nice.
Haven't broken it in yet, so pretty pumped about that.
Nice.
And the game will start, but hopefully the tailgating will be fun enough where it doesn't matter how the game goes, because obviously I don't have any sort of expectations whatsoever. I don't even care if they win. Well, that's not true. I do prefer to win this game.
Yeah, that'd be sweet
if it comes down to it. But I have no expectations, so I expect a lot of San Francisco fans, which I'm used to. So I don't have having no expectations going into it is going to make it a bearable experience, I think.
That's good.
And I'm excited to tailgate. So yeah, I'm excited to go.
Good.
They have Jake Fromm on the practice squad.
Oh boy. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be something.
picks wise, I like 49.5 because I think Washington
Over?
even in garbage time
I don't
can
know if it
score,
was. Yeah, I guess garbage time. I mean, this game's gonna be 21-0 before you can blink.
and that wouldn't be.
McCaffrey is -425 to score a touchdown. Do you know how insane that is?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's
Debo's
insane.
only -115.
Oh, I mean,
49ers have 4 guys
in the
in anytime
minus.
touchdown before the Commanders have 1.
Oh,
Kittle's +115, Ayuk's +115.
god
Their
damn.
defense is only +340. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Bad team. There's a sports book in the stadium.
There you go.
We all cash a nice parlay.
Yeah, yeah.
The only like the the only bummer about this is that I'm gonna miss like the Ravens game.
Yeah. Yeah, but luckily
'Cause I
all
was
the other
thinking
1
how
o'clock
cool it
games are
was to
kind of
have a really
trash.
good game at 1 o'clock, but yes. I mean, yeah, we just went through them all and gross. But yeah, I'll be probably be gambling a lot just to keep myself interested.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be
Own
fun.
burgers and sausages before the game. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
A very, very low stakes game,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I almost hope that it's not close so that I don't get like into the game.
Get yourself back on the wagon.
Well, I couldn't possibly be back on the wagon, but for one game I could get excited and think they're gonna win.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like if it wasn't Shanahan and Chase Young, it would just be like lose. But
The
like,
Chase Young, yeah, you gotta at least if he gets like a bunch of sacks, that's gonna suck.
yeah, that would be a problem. Anyway.
Panthers at Jacksonville. Like I want to take the -3.
Bryce Young?
Bryce Young looking
That's
good.
it.
It's -3.5.
Dogs are a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah,
They've imploded.
they really have
I
imploded.
don't know if Trevor's been healthy for weeks.
No, ever since that high ankle sprain, he hasn't looked right. So maybe he should have rested when they
Yeah,
had a
and
high
like
ankle sprain.
shocking
Yeah,
high ankle sprain.
and even if he's so drugged up that he's able to play these games, there's no way he's a good quarterback on that many painkillers.
Yeah.
I really don't
I
know
like
what to do with
Carolina.
Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville kind of scares me. I mean, they haven't had a good
It's like
game
you
in
could say this is a
weeks.
bounce back week, but it's been like 4 weeks
Yeah, I
that
was just
they've
gonna
been bad.
say they've been bad for the last 4 weeks. They haven't won a game since November.
Yeah, that's tough.
But the
I don't
Panthers
think I
aren't good
can
either.
ride the Panthers. Right, the Panthers are horrible.
And like, I guess if it's a get right game, this would be the game you get right with. And they
But,
need
yeah.
it.
The fact that they're only 4-point favorites at home against
That
the
should
worst
be
team in the
embarrassing
NFL
enough.
is
Yeah, it should be embarrassing enough.
it's tough luck.
And
the fact that we're discussing taking the Panthers.
it's even worse of a look. I mean, you got to think that they win by 4 in this game.
Got to, yeah. I don't trust them.
I don't trust them either. I'm not even writing that one down. I'm just gonna stay away.
No, I'm not even.
Cardinals, Eagles. Just moving on. The Eagles.
Well, wait.
Okay, yeah.
12 is a lot of points. And
Oh,
is Kyler going to play? Because I saw that he's sick.
he was. I don't know if this was real or not, but is it double XP weekend this weekend?
There's something.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. It's after it was through Christmas. So maybe he's been weak. He's been sick playing Call of Duty all week, but now he'll be back. I don't know if he's
Maybe.
injured. I did see that he was sick though.
Yeah.
Let me check.
He's fine. And 12 points is a lot of points.
Especially for the Eagles, who have not been able to stop anyone.
Right? Yeah.
He's still questionable. But
I saw a tweet that said he should be good to go, so he'll play.
okay. Yeah, then that should be good. I just got almost bamboozled by a fake Woj account 2 seconds ago, but luckily it said fake in the title. All right. I don't know what to do here because I think Kyler Murray can run around on this defense and keep it within 12. But we've also been looking for the Eagles get right game where they blow out the bad team, and it hasn't happened. They haven't been able to hold it.
They
against
almost
the
had it
Giants.
last week.
I know, and then they
disappeared.
didn't. Yeah. This defense
Yeah, I don't
kind of sucks.
I don't know if there is a get right game. It might just be wrong.
Yeah, the defense just kind of sucks, which is something I did not think we'd be talking about this late into the season with this Eagles team.
No. Yeah.
And they can't cover anyone. They especially can't cover. Luckily, there's James Conner. Like they're not gonna have to worry about James Conner too much. But I don't think they're gonna be able to cover Murray. So I think he's gonna be able to scramble around whenever they need it. Man, I don't know. I do like 11. It's 11.5 on FanDuel, but if you can get it 12, I like 12.
Why?
The Cardinals?
Yeah, why do you like 11.5?
No. I said they're on 11.5 at FanDuel, but I like 12. Like the 12 points.
It makes that much of a difference for you?
No, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But I'm just saying, looking at the two lines that we do have, of course I'd take the 12.
Yeah.
There's no way I don't think this Eagles defense can stop them. But it's also the freaking Cardinals.
No, I don't either.
I don't know. The Cardinals have been scoring points.
They're not that bad.
No, they really aren't. And they scored a lot of points against the Niners. They didn't score a lot of points against the Bears, which sucks. I'm gonna write down.
Or against
12.
the Rams or the Texans. Maybe they are that bad.
I know, but the Rams smoked the Eagles. The Niners smoked the Eagles, and I guess they didn't cover 12.
Rams? No, the Eagles beat the Rams.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was earlier in the season.
All right, I'm not writing anything down for this. I don't like it. Like it at all. I can't.
I wrote down Cardinals plus 12.
All right. Bucks minus 2.5. I will write down. I will write that down right now. Buccaneers.
Saints, no.
Nope. Minus 2.5.
Stop.
Why?
Stop playing with the Saints.
What with the
Saints?
Can't. Just you can't
Every
touch
time.
the game? Can't touch the game?
Can't touch the game. The whole game's a wash.
Dude, the Saints are terrible, bro. And the Saints have already played the Buccaneers.
I mean, you can do it if you want to. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I think the Bucks whooped them.
Did they?
I'm checking right now. Saints, Bucks
26,
like Saints game, 9. It's a blowout.
That means nothing.
What are you talking about? That's like absolute whooping.
Division.
I only need 3 points. Just need a field goal.
Yes.
Baker's been playing hot. He's basically the hottest guy in the league right now.
This feels like a trap.
It does feel like
it
feels
feels like.
It does feel like a trap. This is the Baker stinker game, isn't
it? I'm not touching it.
I'm writing it down. I'm not putting any locks next to it, but I wouldn't touch the Saints with a 10-foot pole. What about the Steelers and the Seahawks? What's the Steelers at right now? That's the real question.
This could be a good 500? Game. They are 8-7, right? They just got to win one of the last 2.
Yeah,
it's a playoff machine. Yep, yeah. 8-7.
So they got to beat. They're beating the Seahawks.
You think?
Nah, because they're not going to beat the Ravens.
If the Ravens win this week, they could. You don't think they could beat the Ravens?
That's true. If the Ravens win this week, they could just rest everyone.
Also, it's Steelers-Ravens. You don't know what's going to happen.
I know, but it's Mason Rudolph, Bran. I know he looked good against
Mason Rudolph could put up a stinker this week, and then next week it's back to Pickett.
Pickett doesn't.
and then Pickett has
Pickett.
a good game, and then they're all sold on him again going into the next year, and then it's just the same exact season.
That would be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Man.
There's nothing worse than a good Week 18 performance.
Oh, I know. It's the absolute worst. So Steelers are plus 3.5. Over unders 41. Seahawks have had good weeks and had bad weeks. Of course, every team has. Recently, they beat the Eagles, and then after the Eagles game, who'd they play? Yeah, they beat the Titans. 2 game-winning drives, back-to-back games.
The Titans, that's right.
Both games ended in 20-17. I kind of like the Steelers plus 3.5. Am I crazy?
I don't think so. Because the Seahawks, they play Arizona next week. They can afford to slip up once.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not thinking about that.
What are they looking about playoff-wise?
They're the 7 seed right now. So you have their game up on the Vikings, the Packers, Falcons, and the Saints are all 7 and 8. They don't have a lot of wiggle room. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. Obviously, they don't have the tiebreaker with the Rams.
It's only 2.5.
The Rams have the same record and are the 6th seed. I'm trying to think who they've played out of those teams. I guess
they've had to have played the Rams, right?
Right, they don't have the tiebreaker with them.
Yeah, so they had to have.
They have
lost
the same. They have the same record right now. It's the teams that are behind them: Packers, Vikings, Falcons, Saints.
They haven't played any of those teams. Besides, no, they haven't.
Okay. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. I think that would take too long to figure out while we're live on air. But if they control their own destiny, obviously, if they went out there, they don't, and it gets dicey.
And I don't know, we already saw the. Now that I'm thinking about it, we saw the Rudolph game. He had his good game.
Yeah.
Got to turn back, right? But the Seahawks team doesn't pose any fear into me. All right, I wrote down Steelers plus 3, and I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't hate over 41 just because it's in Seattle and it's wacky stuff happening.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Bengals plus 6.5 at the Chiefs.
This game's a bummer.
This game is a bummer. This was the Hamlin game last year.
In fact, the Chiefs are minus 6 in the pool. What?
This was the Hamlin game that never happened last year for the 1 seed.
Oh.
Remember? Because they had to cancel the game after the Hamlin game, and the Chiefs and Bengals never played for the 1 seed.
They didn't cancel their game.
Yeah, they did.
The Bengals Chiefs got canceled?
I believe so.
No, the Bills Bengals got canceled.
Yeah, after that, and then remember this. Okay, it wasn't for the 1 seed then. It was for, but because of the tiebreakers, it was something.
Oh, maybe it would have been for the 1 seed if the Bengals had beaten the Bills.
Yes, that's what it was.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There was a weird situation last year came up with. It didn't end up affecting anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a game in Detroit.
Yes.
The AFC Championship if I don't know what the situation. It didn't end up mattering.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Anyway.
I don't know what to do.
Jake Browning suck.
I don't know if he sucks or not, man. I have no clue. Is Jamar Chase playing?
Did you see? I don't know. I'll look it up. But did you see that Orlando Brown missed his kid's birth to play the last Bengals game?
Oh, I did see that. All right, it looks like he's playing. And he also said that there's no one on the Chiefs defense that's good. So either it's going to be a huge letdown game for Chase or a massive game for Chase. Man, I don't know. I don't know.
He said that he added fire to the fuel.
Over 43. That's the pick here.
Ugh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Chiefs offense, like, they can't score points.
I know, but I feel like the Bengals can. At least they have been
Not
besides the
against a good
Steelers.
defense. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Browning.
That game's
'Cause
such a
I was
bummer.
sold on him and now I'm not, and I'm not touching it.
Such a
There's
bummer
enough
of a
picks I
game.
have on my board. It really is a bummer. Yeah, I'd rather watch Seahawks Steelers.
Yeah, that's true. I would
Eh,
much rather watch. Nah,
maybe
I'd
not.
rather watch Seahawks Steelers. Another game that no one cares
This
about:
is the game.
Chargers
Oh,
Broncos.
this is the game. This is the Broncos get embarrassed for benching Russ. I love the Chargers this week.
Yeah, this is a karma
Is that
game.
allowed?
This is a karma game.
Yeah, right?
It's a
It's a
karma
karma
game.
game. I'm
Uh,
writing the Chargers down.
let's recap that for
It's
everyone at
Jared
home.
Stidham.
Let's recap that for everyone at home. This week, a lot of news in the Denver Broncos in the Colorado area. After their loss to New England, they have decided that they're going to ride with Jared Stidham the rest of the year at quarterback.
They're a game out of the playoffs,
They are a
by the
game out
way.
of the playoffs. They said that there was also reports that then they were going to cut Russell Wilson by the end of the year. Then there was reports that they told him after the Chiefs loss, which was like back in October, that he had like a couple more games until he gets benched, which that doesn't make any sense to me. That story makes no sense to me. How do they tell him that and then he goes and wins multiple games for them and tries to
I
compete?
know.
So I don't buy that. I don't buy that they told him weeks ago. But it does look like that they're going to end up cutting him, wasting 40 million in dead cap next year just to get him off the team. It seems like I guess the Russell Wilson sweepstakes are back open at the end of this year, and I it's going to be definitely more middling than it was last time. And
Well, what happened is they told him that if he didn't remove the injury guarantee,
yes, yeah, if they didn't
right,
restructure his contract,
then they would bench him,
yeah,
which is wild.
which also
I don't think I've ever seen that, especially with a guy like him.
why why would he ever do that too? You just so
Yeah,
let me get less money so I can do my job instead of just sitting on the bench for 2 weeks and
yeah,
getting all the money I
right.
was guaranteed to get. Um,
Yeah. So, it's a scummy move.
no, yeah, it's a
They did
trash
that, and
move.
like they put themselves in this situation too.
Yeah, and it wasn't Sean Payton. To be fair to him, it wasn't him who signed it with Russ. But and I understand that the NFL is a business, but businesses are supposed to operate under, some sort of class and some sort of stigma where,
Business ethics.
yeah, you wouldn't do that to a normal employee. And if they like, if there's a world where you can bench Russell Wilson at this and not have all that other shit release. Still start Jared Stidham and just not have all that other crap come out. But
Well,
sloppy,
I'm sure that his camp would have released it.
yeah. Well, I'm sure that's what happened. Sloppy organization. I wish nothing but the worst for them.
Yeah, they don't deserve anything. They don't deserve a good quarterback after this.
No, and it's not going to be Stidham. But
Easton
is it
Stick
really
versus
going to be?
Jared
I was just
Stidham.
going to say, is it really going to be Easton Stick and the Chargers?
I don't know. I like GIF.
I kind of like GIF too. I don't mind GIF. What's
I don't know. This is
So they got blown out 63 to nothing. And then they came back against the Bills. They made that a game. Mini
yeah, that
bye.
was a one-score game.
Mini bye.
Did he buy?
They got an
By
extra
like
day.
a day, right?
Yeah, they get an extra day. But I guess the Broncos did
Mini
too.
buy.
They both have a mini bye.
Yeah.
So
Wait, those games weren't the same day.
yeah. Yeah, they were. Christmas Eve. Oh no. Sorry, you're right.
No,
Yeah,
the Bills
you're
have
right. You're right. You're right. You're
the
right.
Chargers have a day on them.
Yeah, the Chargers have a
Was
day
that
on
game
them.
on a Friday?
Yeah, no, that game was on a Saturday, and then Sunday was Christmas Eve.
Oh, Christmas Eve was a Sunday. Oh my
Dude, Christmas being on Monday has
that's
completely
my
screwed up
whole- I
everything.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah, that was a disaster of a week in terms of Like what day was what game? Because I keep seeing games on Christmas Eve, and I'm like, oh, they had a mini bye.
It's like, no, they just played last
It wasn't.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Um,
I,
I
I
don't
like
know.
the Chargers. Is that allowed? Am
That's
I
allowed.
allowed to pick the
It's allowed to
Chargers?
pick the Chargers. It's against your own will, though. I don't even like 36.5 in this. Jesus.
Oh no, definitely not. I might the under might be the way to go in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Um, what about Jaron Hall versus the Green Bay Packers Sunday night football?
You have to help me with this one. Don't let me take it. Look at the line.
I know it's -1.5. Why are the Vikings favored in this game?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
This is like I went on a bender last weekend, and then Friday night, like I get a text. It's like, hey, like come hang out. I go to hang out, and then they're like,
We're going
"Want
downtown.
some cocaine?"
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
You wanna go in the bathroom? It's good stuff. It's
Dude,
new.
you can't. You can't.
It's
You
Jaron Hall.
can't do it. You can't.
Why are they favorites?
I don't know why they're favorites. The Packers are also trash.
It's this is FOMO is what I'm gonna have by not making this pick. Like if they win this game and I didn't pick it,
Yeah, you're gonna be a wreck. You're gonna be a wreck.
I'd be so upset.
Is anyone even gonna care about this game? It's New Year's Eve, late night. There's gonna be way better college football games on. That's why they didn't flex the Ravens game.
No, the college football games are next week or the next day.
Oh, they're New Year's Day this year.
There's probably bowl games.
Ugh. Well, that makes
Yeah,
it. Yeesh.
because New Year's Eve is on a Sunday. They put the college football on New Year's Day.
Damn. Schedule's ruined everything this year. It's
Oh
almost
yeah,
almost too much
I'm a
football.
disaster.
So much too much football going on.
It's an appropriate amount of football. It's just not like distributed correctly.
No, not at all. Not at all. I can't.
Yeah, there's no college football on the 31st.
I have enough picks that I'm staying away from this game. Why are they favored?
I don't know. And I look at the public money and it's all on the Packers.
Oh my god. And we saw 2 seconds of Jaron Hall too, so it's like we don't even know what the quarterback looks like.
I
We have
know.
no idea. I kind of like the -1.5.
I have them at -1 to pick them.
That's terrible. All right, let's run it down. I'm
The
going
punishment on the line too.
the what?
I said with a punishment on the line too.
I know, I know.
I ride with my guys one more time. Every time I say this is the last time. I said it last week.
Yeah, you did say it was last.
This is like 3-4 years of this.
I know. You'll never get them out
It's
of
been
you.
a long time.
You never get them out of your head. And it doesn't help that Justin Jefferson is, he's going to torch this Packers secondary. The Packers secondary sucks.
Oh yeah,
There's
and
no
no
Alexander.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah. Oh man. But
They
that's
win
the
last
issue.
week, right?
The issue is yeah, they did. The issue is the Vikings. It's only Justin Jefferson. That's the only person on the team, really.
That's okay.
Kind of the only person you need.
It might be. I mean, he did everything he could last week, and they still lost by a touchdown.
It's true. It's true. They're playing a much better team though. All right. I'm making my picks. I'm writing down some locks.
Okay.
Um
Go ahead. You can.
all right, I'll take my first one. I'm locking in the Bucks. I know you don't like it, but I'm taking the Bucks.
I don't like it.
-2.5. They want to win the division now. Baker's the hottest player in the sport. I hate the Saints. This is just all right and
I
well.
know you hate this. This is an emotional pick.
Yeah, this is all right and well for me. So I'm taking that's my first pick. It's Buccaneers -2.5.
I'm doing my don't overthink a game. Taking the Colts -3.5 against the Raiders
Nice.
at home. F's on the line.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the same
Back spot.
yeah, and they're a better team. They're a better team.
Yes, yeah.
In the same vein, I'm taking the Rams -6.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Out of favorites.
I know. But luckily, my last one's not going to be a favorite.
It's spoiler season. You taking the Pats?
Maybe. Maybe.
Am I really gonna take the Chargers this late in the season? I think the Chargers and the Vikings in the same week. Like,
So many weeks.
I'm not
So
looking
many
for
weeks.
trouble.
You've done it so many times, too. At least, but between the
I
two
didn't
of
take
us.
the Chargers once this year.
Okay, but between the two of us, the Chargers and Vikings would pick all the time.
The Chargers I haven't taken since I said that they were gonna make the AFC Championship last year.
That's a good
And they
bet.
blew
Then.
that
That's a
game to
good
the-
take. Then it's a good take. Don't do it now. Then
I'm
it's
really
been almost a
struggling
year.
here.
It's been almost a
early.
year. Don't do the Chargers now.
But it's a different team. It's not even the it's not even
the
picking
bolt,
the Chargers. It's
the
picking
bolt,
against the
The
Broncos.
bolt is on the logo. It's not a different team. As long as the
Alright,
bolt.
that's true. I'll stick to my.
Yeah.
I'll stick to the code.
Yeah, stick to the code.
I'm leaving it on here though.
All right.
Man, that Ravens Dolphins over feels free.
I've been eyeing up that one too.
I can't believe the total.
Yeah,
Is
46.
that a trap?
That might be a trap. No
That's
Waddle.
insane.
Tyreek Hill's playing, but no Waddle.
I think that's a trap.
All right.
So that leaves me with a couple options. I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
12?
12 points.
12 points, a lot
Get
of
out
points.
of here. A lot of points. I'm done waiting on the Eagles to bounce back. I just don't think it. And they could win this game by 10.
Yeah. I agree. They haven't looked good in the month. So why are we thinking they're gonna blow out a team by 12?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. A team that has looked good in a month. Almost too good in a month. The New England Patriots. Plus 14 at the Bills.
2 homer picks in a row is something. I honestly think if I considered taking Cardinals plus 12, Patriots plus 14, Commanders plus 14. Give me all the big spreads. 2 or 3 are probably gonna hit.
Who blows it? Who blows that parlay?
Take a guess. Oh, garbage time.
You're right. I am worried about the 2 homer picks in a row.
2 whole touchdowns.
All right. Lock it in. Pats plus 14 against the Bills. Let's do it. Belichick should never be given more than 10 points.
I don't know if that applies anymore, but
we'll see.
No, I'm not saying I don't like the pick. I'm just saying I don't think that's a rule to live by.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's a rule to live by when Mac Jones is the quarterback. Not when the second coming of Brady, Zappy is in.
Please don't tell me that you're going to sell yourself on.
No, I'm not. I will never sell myself on Zappy.
What about Jaden Daniels? I'm so excited for the draft. I was watching scouting reports the other day and listening to mock draft podcasts, and it's freaking December.
It's going to be
so
exciting,
far away.
It's going to be so exciting.
It's going to be the best mock draft we ever had because I will be the most prepared that I've ever been.
And
at least in the top 10.
As we mentioned, both our teams are in the top 5, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
And we're both in the market for quarterbacks, which is really going to be... This podcast is going to be taken to new heights.
It's going to be spicy. It's going to get real. It might get some animosity going, which...
It might be animosity. Yeah, it'll be like the Forbes Gonzalez thing, except on a much
grander scale.
Level.
Yeah, it'll be on a grander scale. It'll be all next year.
We're going to have for Super Bowls for years to come.
We're just going to have a rookie QB report. That'll be a segment next year. And it'll just be like, how did each one of our rookie QBs do?
Yeah, I've come to terms with the Commanders aren't taking Joe Alt over top quarterbacks.
No, I don't think any team in there it might be the right move.
I know.
but I don't
I
think
still think it
teams
is.
just don't do that anymore. Teams don't do it anymore,
Mhm.
and I don't know why. They always go for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do know why, because it's a lot easier to market Caleb Williams than market Joe Alt.
Yeah, but it's not going to be Caleb Williams. Unless the Bears somehow
Yeah.
are like, oh, no, we
They
do want
convince
Drake May.
themselves on Fields.
Like, they'd be out of their minds,
Oh,
I think.
no. It's more of them convincing themselves on Fields than Drake May.
I don't know. There's a lot of Drake May buzz. If they
I
take a
hope
second
so.
North Carolina quarterback,
I'm
though,
for it.
they're nuts.
I'm for it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I would. If Caleb comes to 3, that's the pick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be the pick. All right. What's your last pick?
I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was stalling.
All right. Vikings -1.5.
I was no 1.
Okay.
They're 1 on
-1.
DraftKings.
-1.
Yeah, that's easy.
Love it.
I looked back and Vikings loss. It had been a while before that. Vikings win.
There you go. That's all you need to see. Just need to see some
Vikings
green
loss.
for the Vikings.
Vikings loss. I'm 1-3 picking the Vikings this year.
Let's make it 2.
Rest in the mean.
All right. You want to do some college?
I'm just gonna make it green already.
Just add it in there.
So yeah, we can do some college corner. Guess you got nothing. You don't have a game.
No. We never talked about recruiting. They got a 5-star edge. So that was cool.
There you go. Our recruiting class was contingent on a 5-star tackle that was committed to Colorado that it seemed like he might flip, and then he didn't. So it wasn't a very exciting cycle.
So who's your quarterback for this bowl game?
Billy Edwards.
Oh,
they
okay.
They have 2 guys. Yeah, he played. He scored the touchdowns against Michigan.
There you go.
But I actually like Billy Edwards. He's all right. He's no Talia, obviously. They have this other guy, Cam Edge, who might see some time because it's almost like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
So you've already got all these guys that enter the portal, and then you throw in the guys that have opted out, and now your bowl games, if you're not competing for a national championship, is like you're just getting to look at next year's team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they might both see playing time. I guess we'll see. I'm curious as to what Cam Edge can bring, just because we haven't seen him at all. But if I had to guess, I'd say Edwards gets the whole game. Which I like Billy Edwards. I think it's cool for him to get this opportunity.
Oh yeah.
He's a sophomore. He's a redshirt sophomore, so he's got plenty of time left. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he looks like. I don't really know anything about Auburn. I guess you probably would know more.
I know a little bit about. I mean, we didn't play him this year.
In the SEC.
So we didn't play him this year. So I didn't get a good look at him at home. But I mean, they lost. They kind of seem like the Cox. They lost every good good SEC team. Beat Vanderbilt. Beat Mississippi State. They actually beat Arkansas, which is
they lost to a shitter.
They lost
at the end of the year. Yeah, New Mexico State kicked the shit out of them.
Yeah, they whooped them, which is weird too. I wonder what this Arkansas game. There must have been some injuries because they whooped Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think we're like 6-point underdogs.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw.
It's fun.
I think it'd be fun. Be fun to just see SEC versus Big Ten. I think that's fun.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I was there. I regret it heavily, but
Music City, right? Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun game to watch. Basketball wise, is your basketball team improved at all?
Oh yeah, we're hot.
Okay.
Cooking with fire.
All right.
Beating Coppin State. Barely beat Nicholls State at home. Beat UMBC. Oh. We actually did beat UCLA at UCLA.
That's good.
Although they're not.
That's good.
they're not strong this year. It's a Power 5 win on the road, so I am not going to complain about that.
That's pretty nice.
We got Purdue on Tuesday. Be stoked about that.
Nice.
Very excited about.
Gamecocks, they're 11-1. Still only lost to Clemson. They have Florida A&M today, last game before SEC conference starts.
Yep.
And classes start the 8th. I'm going to be trying to get into Carolina about the 5th, just in time for the Mississippi State game at home, January 6th, 12 o'clock. That'll be my return to CLA. I can't wait. And then, I mean, we got competition coming in right away. We got Mississippi State. Then we go to Alabama on Tuesday, the 9th. We got 10 days before Bama, and that's the real. Clemson was the test. Was like the pre-test. This is the ACT. You know, this is the SAT.
Clemson might be better than Bama.
Clemson's actually pretty good. They're 18th right now.
Yeah.
They've only lost.
What's Bama at?
I don't think they're ranked. They lost to Memphis. Bama's not ranked. Yeah, they I think they are better than Bama this year. Bama lost to Arizona, Creighton. I mean, they lost close though to Creighton.
Creighton's good.
Yeah, Creighton is good. They've had a tough schedule so far. That's why they're not ranked. They've played some good teams. They played Ohio State, Clemson. Clemson beat them by 8. They played Purdue, lost by 6. Played Creighton, lost by 3. Then got whooped by Arizona.
And Arizona's like number 2, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 4 right now. So they've had a tough schedule. This is a great game. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully the guys can pull it together.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for that.
Hey man, Purdue's 1 now. I thought they were 2.
Yeah, Purdue's back to being 1. I was talking to a kid from Purdue yesterday, my brother's friend, Philly, and he said
like
that
a loser.
He said they're a little overrated. He said he doesn't think they should be 1.
Oh yeah, I could have told you that. That's shocking that they're people from Indiana are such crybabies when it comes to basketball. And neither of them have been relevant. Like Purdue, as good as they've been the last few years, outside of the Carson Edwards year, have not had a tournament.
Yeah, they haven't been able to make it out of the 64.
Year was like the Elite 8. Oh. And then Indiana's worse because they literally haven't been relevant since. They actually lost to Maryland in the title game and doesn't do. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the last time that they've been legit. And even before that, they're great in the 70s. But they think that they're the hot stuff.
Like the Cowboys.
So, yeah, they are. Before the Purdue game last year, I was arguing with their fans on Twitter, and I guess I'm probably a bit much too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gotta pick your battles in life on Twitter.
Yeah.
And when it comes to defending the Xfinity Center, that's one of the battles that I will pick.
Yeah.
Like somebody said something about the arena, how it's nothing like Purdue. I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
going
the
in.
gloves are on. It's over.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, you definitely got to pick your battle.
I also got in a fight on Twitter the other day about did you see there was a report that was the Commanders are very interested in Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I saw I didn't read it, but I saw you had a big thing.
Well, basically my point was this is not good because none of the front office is going to be there. And this guy was like, so it means that ownership is interested, which is already starting off on the wrong foot.
It's never a good call. Some guy was
like, no, it actually means that this nerd in the front office is interested. And it's this guy that they hired from, he was with the Ravens and then he was with the Jaguars, I think. He's an analytics guy. I'm like, this guy is the head of analytics. He's not going to point out one quarterback in the draft and be like, this is the guy we have to get. Analytics, I did my research on this. Analytics doesn't support trading up in the draft because
Yeah, because you want more picks. You want the volume of picks, right?
right, because there's such a small chance that the
That the top quarterback is
like
the
if you're
top
looking at
quarterback.
quarterbacks, right? There's only a 2% chance that the first quarterback is better than the second quarterback
Yeah.
or any other position.
Mhm.
And I don't know like how accurate that is in any given year. But anyway, I was getting in arguments with people. Everybody wants Caleb Williams, and I'll take him at 3, but like I just don't want to.
Trade up.
People were like, "Oh, we'll just trade like John Allen in number 3," and I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
just throw John Allen in there." It's like, do you realize how bad our defense would be if we
He,
didn't
they,
have our best defensive player?
he's thrown into every trade for the Redskins or the Commanders.
Oh, I know. Really annoying. Like, yeah, like I get nobody's irreplaceable, especially on that team. But we can't just willy nilly like chuck our best players into the train to go up for number 1. I'd rather trade
It's
a
not
pick than
worth
John
2
Allen.
spots. No, it's not worth 2 spots either.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's 2 spots.
Yeah, it's not worth 2 spots.
Anyway,
Well, does that cover
Blue
everything?
fans are babies. You don't want to trade up. It's just long story
Recap.
short.
Yeah, recap.
Wizards won last night.
Yes, I see your hoodie.
I was wearing this sweatshirt.
They did get the win. They didn't get the win against the Raptors. They got blown out by 30 when I went. But I got a cool hat. I got a free hat that they were handing out at the games that Tyus Jones made. They like went like through this whole like thing about how he designed it and like why he designed it, and it was pretty cool. The arena was sick.
There it is.
The arena was sick. My brother spoiled us and got us some really good seats. We were really close.
Oh, nice.
And the people, so there's these people in front of us, you know, wife, husband, 2 kids, and they get this goodie bag from these Wizards people who work there. And they have like slap bracelets, a little hat, a t-shirt for all the kids. And she's like, "Oh, we must have gotten these because we know someone who works here. And like that's why we got the seats." Like, "Oh, okay, cool." And like beforehand, they took a picture of us. We took a picture of them. Long story short, the shirts are like these XL Wizard shirts for these like 8-year-olds.
Oh, so they gave them.
They turned around and gave them to us. So that was awesome
Nice.
too. So we ended up with a loss, but we got a hat and a free t-shirt. So
Oh, that's a win.
yeah, that's a win. And I think
It seemed like a good crowd.
it was a good crowd. It's funny though, like when you go to the college games and you expect everyone to be up and active the whole time, and it's just not how it is in professional games, especially when you go to professional games of
No.
I've gone to now the Wizards and the Hornets. So like those crowds are never going to be rocking.
Yeah, I'm sure like the Celtics have a pretty the crowd that's into it.
Yeah. And I'm sure the Warriors and the Lakers and all those big teams do.
Mm-hmm. Well, even like the Lakers and the Knicks, it's such an event
Yeah, it's all
to go
celebrities.
that like
And
there's
it's
probably a
all
lot of rich people.
yeah, they just like to go sit there.
Washington is like a very wine and cheese crowd, is what I've heard. I think it's a good description.
That's a good
For
description.
baseball too. Not for hockey, but hockey I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any wine and cheese crowds in hockey.
No, you go because you're a fan of hockey. You're ready to pound the glass. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It'll be exciting to get more into basketball now that December is among us. Football's winding down. We'll get well into more basketball soon. Anything else for this pod you wanna get out off your chest before we go? Last pod of the new year, or of the old year, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. 24, year of the wise.
Yeah. Excited to bring all of our wise takes to 2024. Hope everyone has a great New Year's, a safe New Year's. Hectic out there. And we'll see everyone next year, 2024. Thank you all for listening.